Hi, my name is Harry. I'm one of the young adults who use Richard House, and I'm now working in the fundraising team. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Richard House Society video. We are now going to hear from the very first family that Richard House helped 10 years ago.
What was your first experience of Richard House Hospice?
We actually came here to this room when it was opened in November, whenever it was, 2000 I think. The whole place was so new and exciting. When we came into this room, first of all, it was toys and games for young children. But now, as the children have grown up, there's the computer room, there's the teenage room, and Richard House now caters for a whole spread of young people.
Heart-wise, it's as it ever was. It always had a wonderful, beating, loving heart. So nothing has changed in that respect. But physically, when we first came to Richard House, the residential area was a building site, literally a building site. So there was only the daycare centre and the dining room.
It wasn't just the place, it was the people. As soon as we came in, we were almost pounced on to be cared for, looked after. So that applied to us as well as to Katie. The memory garden is very dear to me. When we were here a month or so ago, we went out and I found the stone in the fountain where Katie Joy's name is written, along with all the other children who have actually died over the years since coming to Richard House. So that's a very lovely place.
How did Richard House Hospice make a difference to Katie Joy's life, her parents, and your life?
This was the only place where Katie was normal. We could come in and just relax, and it was lovely. Anywhere else, because she had such a complicated condition, you just couldn't really go anywhere. It was just so complicated. There was so much paraphernalia to carry, and no one else could care for her. She was too complicated. Because of Richard House, she was only needed to be in hospital for a month of her 4.25-year life, which was a huge help because hospitals have such a different atmosphere. And it just sort of emphasised how ill Katie was when she was in hospital, whereas here she was just normal, as I say.
I went on a Richard House golf day, and it was coming to the end of the evening, and nothing had been said about Richard House. So I asked if I could say a few words on behalf of the families and the children. And I did, and somebody came up to me, as I said afterwards, and said that's the best bit of the whole day, because it was from the heart for Richard House and what they were doing.
I think people still, when they hear the word hospice, think of death, going there to die. Richard House and the children's hospices are places for the living. These little damaged, life-limited children need to come to the hospice as soon as they possibly can, because they start to be encouraged to live to their full potential. And you see them running around, and I would just encourage anyone to come, because it's a place for the living, it's not for the dying.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce our boss, the new Director of Fundraising, Maria. So Maria, what's the £10 Seed Challenge?
The £10 Seed Challenge is where we give our most valued supporters, Harry, £10, and we ask them to grow it in time for our annual ball in November. They can do anything as long as it's legal, from company-wide raffles, auctioning off their services, but one of my favourites is climbing into a Perspex box and contacting their suppliers and supporters and friends, so that to enable them to get out of it.
That sounds really good. How much do we hope to raise?
We hope to raise about 30,000. However, I really think that we can do even better than that.
How will that money make a difference to Richard House?
Oh, the difference it will make, it will help pay for one of our nurses' salaries, who, as you know, Harry, work closely with our children, our families, the young adults, and without the nurses, we couldn't provide the care that we provide. And this year is our 10th anniversary.
The Richard House staff, the nurses, have been fantastic. They do a lot of hard work and they're very dedicated. Well, I hope that's given you a good idea of what's been going on at Richard House. And there are many more activities coming up. But without your support, none of this would have been possible. So thank you very much.